What's the proper range of motion for leg extensions? I'm about to show you. All right, guys, I got this question in the comments on my YouTube videos, and they said, Chris, it doesn't look like your range of motion on leg extensions is full. And I said, you're exactly right, it's not. And what I would consider, or what most consider full, is how I have the machine set up here now. So I'm gonna step back and show you. So this is maximum range of motion with this bottom leg. So if you look here, how you set the range of motion, right? It's just pull that pin and slide under, right? So this is where most people set it. It's maximum range of motion. So if you see that in here, that's hole number 12, this old Cybex piece. So let me sit in here and show you what it looks like when I get in here properly. You see where my ankles are in relation to my knee? They are all the way pinned behind me. Now, with this light weight, this doesn't feel bad. But if I was to say put my normal weight on here of 150 to 200, this is gonna feel terrible out of the hole for that quad tendon. And the last thing I wanna do is tear that bad boy. So the true range of motion here being full range, this is just simply too much range of motion for my quads. I'm not gonna use this leg extension piece to stretch my quad. I'm gonna do that on the leg press. I'm gonna do it specifically on the hack squat where I'm going full deep range of motion. I'm gonna do on Bulgarian split squats where I'm really lengthening that quad. Or honestly, even like a dumbbell squat or a barbell squat, I'm gonna go all the way down. But on this leg extension, I don't wanna weight it that way because my knee tends to be in a very vulnerable position in the fully stretched, very similar to the way we think about, and I've been teaching you guys with the preacher curl. Don't go all the way down, straightening that arm all the way out. We want to stop just short, right? So very similar. So if you look at how I have this set up now, I'm going to swing around to the side. This is hole 11. So look where my knee is in relation to my ankle. So this is directly under ankle underneath my knee. This would be a good range of motion. Now, in a normal scenario where my knees feel great, I'm perfect with this range of motion. However, let's say I'm having some knee issues and I'm having some knee pain right above my kneecap. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull this pin and I'm gonna start in even less vulnerable position. So I'm gonna swing back around and show where my ankle is starting in relation to my knee. So you see that there? Slightly in front of my knee. So this takes the stretch out of it. This way I can focus on fully shortening the quad, but not overstretching that tendon and the quad VMO specifically. Okay, so now that I talked about range of motion, I'm gonna talk about how I like to use this leg extension. This to me is a very isolation-based exercise since it's a single joint movement. And I wanna think about getting my quad into the fully shortened position, meaning a 10 out of 10 contraction. So you'll see a lot of people, they just pump their reps like this. Will this burn? 100%. But what if we went from here to get those extra range right there? That motion here is where I'm getting that full shortened quad, all the way up into my rec fem, all the way up into my hip. VMO is fully short, right? So what I wanna think about here, good range, and then fully short. Good range, fully short. That's where I really wanna own that rep. All right, and final piece of this leg extension here, what I wanna think about is gonna be, Chris, where do I work partials? So the hardest portion of this leg press is what I just talked about, was with that contraction, right? We won't be able to do partials out of that because you have to drastically lower the weight. Where I like to work these partials is really that bottom third. So I wanna go here to here. And that's just drilling that VMO right there. Not even up to halfway, I'm just pumping that. Set to 20 to 25 after you've exhausted full range of motion reps. So let's say this is my last full range right here. Now good, let's pump partials here. And we're just in that sweet play range of motion here. Just like that. And I'm crushing 20. Right now with 30 pounds, my VMO is screaming at me. Check your range of motion. If you have knee pain, you may or may not want to start with this piece. And your gym, and all gyms aren't created equal with leg extensions. Some feel like garbage, some feel great. So for example, for me, that Prime piece or the Strive piece, those are gonna be the two best leg extensions that they make on the market. And then third for me, I really like the newest version of Cybex. It's an Eagle brand, or Eagle I think is the prototype. It's just smooth. It feels great. Quads get pumped, no knee pain, and you can just crush reps. So with leg extensions, where I want to think about placing that on my workout, it might be the first thing I do for quads. I might do it in the middle, or might do it at the very end to finish off, as you've seen with the occluded video we shot here. But to me, take this isolation exercise, pump reps, get a massive pump, and you'll watch your quads get better, deeper separated, and even better pump when you're walking out of the gym. If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Chris TV.